You only give him a little spark of madness.
Followed Mr. Carpenter. What he saw couldn't have been a dream. It was too real. But it couldn't have been true either. It was too deliciously frightful.
Frank, that's yesterday. Old times are only good when you've had them.
Night after night, all alone. Daddy's all pent up. Let's freak.
Irrational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Guess who's back? That's right, just after a month or month and a half of hearing absolutely nothing from me, I'm back. Which is probably more of a curse than a good thing for you guys, but alas, here I am. I do apologise that there has been fuck all material out for about a month and a half. Unfortunately, I first dealt with a death in the family. I took some time off for that, and then in true Ebony fashion, I got sick. And I do still get congested. English, what is it? Yeah, I am still congested. I tried really hard to wait till I was feeling like 100%. It's not happening. It never happens. So you're stuck with it. So I apologize if I sound a bit stuffy now and then, but you still get me. Good old me after a month and a half. And with that being said, let's get into the very first thing coming back, which is Tacos and To Be Tuesdays. Woo! Yes, that's right. Everything I was doing beforehand is still coming back. I understand I've pretty much missed all of fucking Halloween and October, which sucks, to be honest. I had a lot planned, but I'm not going to let that get me down because I am still going to go ahead with everything I had planned. It's just unfortunately not in October. So we'll start with today's episode, which is Tacos and To Be Tuesday, Killer Rack. And then the Disney series is still going on. After that will be the Conjuring series, or not really like me reviewing. The Conjuring series is more about the true stories behind each film. And everything else will still be the same. If you follow along on YouTube, you know, the South Park series will still be there. The top 10 videos will still be there. Everything's coming back. It's just drips and drabs at the moment. Drips and drabs. But we'll start with this Tacos and To Be Tuesday with Killer Rack, which honestly is a hilarious way to come back because this movie is bonkers. All about little old Betty who, I mean, she's portrayed to have like very small tits in the film, and that's the whole premise, is that, you know, she wants bigger tits, she wants to fit in with everyone else in her office that are pretty much porn stars. But she's not small. She's not small by any means. Like, she's got like average tits, like she's fine. And I think that's also part of the joke. But anyway, you've got the meek and modestly endowed Betty Downer, who decides to get a breast enhancement surgery from mad scientist Dr. Kate Tulu. Cthulhu. Dun dun dun. To be fair, I didn't even pick up on that at the start either. Like, going back and revisiting, I realized that there's so many in jokes and things that they poke fun at. And the doctor's name being Kate Sulu is just the start. Who turns out to be the worshipper of an evil elder god, well, duh, with a name like that, and tries to bring it into our world with her surgical work. So essentially what she does is she preys on really, really, like, down in their luck people, brings them in, and then tries to worship her gods through the augmentations that she does and through the surgeries. And of course this one is a breast surgery. And little old Betty goes in and she gets the tits off her dreams. She gets these huge knockers that also have a thirst for killing people in the most ridiculous possible way. It's like every single time she tries to get close to someone, she develops a relationship or a bond with someone, and then it's like she blacks out. And every time she blacks out, the tits are coming out. Like the tits are alive. They've got a mind of their own. And it's interesting to say the least. But honestly, look, the best thing about this whole film is obviously the killer knockers, which I will get to describing a little bit later on. But it's a tongue-in-cheek comedy in this. Like, there's so much, like, thrown in. You've got so many jokes that just spoof on other films, like from King Kong to Street Trash. I mean, Lloyd Kaufman is in here briefly as a shrink. Like, it's insane. It's an absolutely bonkers film. You've got tits with tentacles coming out that, like, strangle and kill people. And the kills are hilarious. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. You get the little bits of here and there. And this girl is treated like absolute trash until she gets these tits. And then the tits just want to kill everything. Because why not? Like, it's just... I mean, this film just has so much going for it for such a low-budget feature. I mean, the special effects were great. The music was great. The casting was great. Even the random side, characters. Just, it holds itself together really, really well for such a B-grade film. Like, when I say B-grade, I mean this is really, really B-grade. But at the same time, I feel like it would lose its charm if it wasn't. Like, it has so much going for it. And it's one that I would rewatch. I don't say that a lot when it comes to B horror movies because they're funny, but sometimes you can't always go back to them because they lose the shtick, it's not as funny. But Killer Rack is definitely one that I'll be going back to over and over again because it's just... It's pure comedy gold. Pure comedy genius. And from such a stupid, basic premise, too. Like, literally just her... the whole shtick is, like, it's not just that there's girls in her office that have larger tits and she gets made fun of by them. But it's like her boss in that will, like, completely ignore that she even exists until she gets the tits. Like, it's so stupid. And I think what also adds to it is that it's not just CGI and it's not just practical effects. It's a good mix of both. And it's done really, really well. It's edited really, really well. The storyline's hilarious. I highly recommend Killer Rack. Because it's as stupid as the name suggests, and it's everything you wanted more out of a B-grade film about killer tits. It's got so much going for it. It's definitely one that you can throw on, grab some drinks, grab some snacky snacks, sit around with some friends, and laugh your absolute ass off. And make it like a tradition. Like, as I said, it's such a good film that you could easily just rewatch it over and over again. And I think it's definitely one that I will be watching over and over again. But yeah, there's not much more to say on it because it is such a straightforward premise. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys to it. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for everyone who's reached out to me while I've had a break. Next Tacos and Tubi Tuesday will be Killer Karaoke, which I'm very excited to review. That's another fun one. But yeah, thank you so much. I also just want to point out that there is new merch available. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this one. Because I now have Fuck Fuchsia, It's Friday, Chopping Mall merch. That's right, the little robot from the classic film Chopping Mall with Fuck Fuchsia, It's Friday. Some of the items do go up to a 5XL, so I'm hoping there's something there for everyone. There's also I have Blair Witch Bear, which is our fantastic potty logo with the Blair Witch beanie on, with many, many more designs. Blair Witch Bear is actually limited time only. I am extending it a little bit just because I have been sick. So rather than the 1st of November, it will be around till the 1st of December. It was meant to be a Halloween only. Go check it out. It's film-spark-shop.myspreadshop.com, which I know is a lot. If I can change it, I will be, because it frustrates me. But the link is always in the description. So check it out. Thank you so much for the support. Keep an eye out for Killer Karaoke, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye. You were just listening to the Film Spark podcast. For all your film needs and more. Like what you heard? Give us a shot. Follow us on Spotify, Apple, Good Pods and more. Or follow the socials at film_spark_pod. You know what? Just follow us on everything. Check out the link tree. linktr.ee/filmsparkpod. Find us, follow us, give us a shout. We always want to hear from you.
You still here? It's over. Go home. Go.